Do you want to be a better engineer this year? Are you tired of being undervalued and feeling frustrated with your current situation? In this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips. 5 tips to help you become a better engineer this year. And that way you'll be valued more by your managers, by colleagues, and even by future employers. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Mohan, and I believe that engineers have so much to offer the world, but they don't always get the freedom that they need to innovate. And today I'm sharing with you 5 tips to help you become a better engineer. Figuring out what you really want can be incredibly difficult. I struggled for years trying to figure out what I really wanted, and I spent a long time confused about my own goals. You might need to take time off, you might need to travel, you might even need to work with a mentor, but whatever it takes, it's so vital that you probably need to make it a priority. Because once you have some clarity about what you want to achieve, as an engineer especially, then you can start to set some goals to work towards. Living without goals often makes you ordinary, mediocre, and can be really boring. On the other hand, when you actually have goals and you work towards them, that can be so energizing, motivating, and also once you achieve those goals, success is sweet. A good example I use when I talk about goals is Ruud van Persie's goal against Spain in the 2014 World Cup. His goal was to get the ball in the back of the net. This is what he did. Now that was spectacular, and the truth is that you can achieve almost any goal that you set if you commit to it and you do the actions or the things required in order to achieve that goal. So far, you've probably learned to solve problems from a number of people and also through a number of experiences, and that's got you to where you are now. But imagine if you could learn how to solve structural challenges with the skills of a spider, or car engine problems from greasy mechanics, or morale problems from comedians, or collaboration problems from ants. The greatest engineering ideas are always inspired through reflection and through asking questions. So to be a great engineer, you need to get really good at asking questions and seeking inspiration from others. 30 years ago, there were so many people in this world, around 5 billion actually. And there were so many people that you could talk to. Now, there's probably around 8 billion, plus the internet, and online videos, and smartphones, and social media. So your access to people is unlimited. You can spend loads of time networking, and you can waste a lot of time too. My advice is to network intelligently and be focused when you're networking. If you're learning about a topic, you need the content to be relevant to you. Otherwise, you might end up a bit confused and you might apply advice which is fantastic for somebody else or for another situation, but when you apply it, it can be a total catastrophe. And you know you're in a great position when you know the right person to ask the question. So, network intelligently. Time flies, and even more so if you're in a 9-to-5 job, or worse, in an 8-to-6 job. Could be even worse. And due to time constraints, the work which you're doing as an engineer becomes more of a treadmill of tasks. One of the main reasons why engineers complain about having less time is because there's always more work to do. And because you're so clever and skilled, you end up bearing the brunt of the extra workload. That's reality. And what that means is you're probably not going to be given any free time. What you have to do, if you want some, is you have to take it. What I suggest is that you allocate some time every morning to being creative. And that could mean brainstorming new ideas. It could mean actually working on some of the creative ideas you have. It could also mean doing some experiments. And it could be related to the work that you're doing on a project or something that your team's working on, or it could be something that you're doing yourself individually. Whatever it is, by spending time being creative and innovating, you're going to find your work so much more fulfilling. You might think that complaining is totally normal, and that's the case for so many people. But the truth is, complaining doesn't help. In fact, it's pretty useless, and they say that complaining negatively affects both our brains and our physical health. So do yourself a favor and smile more, laugh more, and enjoy what you're doing. Plus, you're an engineer, and engineering is so fun and enjoyable. Okay, so let's just recap the 5 tips. Number 1 was set goals. Figure out what you want, set some goals, and then work towards them. Number 2 was seek inspiration. Learn from others and be inspired. Number 3 was network intelligently in real life and also on social media. And number 4 is be creative. Give time to creativity and innovation. And number 5 is enjoy what you do. Laugh more, complain less. Use these 5 tips and I guarantee you'll improve this year. And it won't just help you in the future, it'll help you right now. So the next step is to put the tips into action. So my question to you is, what are you going to do? Why don't you take a moment to share what you're going to do in the comments below. That way you'll share your commitment and you'll be more likely to actually do it. Now I know you may be busy and you might not be able to do all of that right now, but at least pick one. Pick one, share it below, commit to doing it, and you'll see the results. If you like this video, subscribe to this channel and I'll see you in the next video.